Hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut playthrough, also known as the Great Emblem Grind. So last time, we managed to finally complete all of the sub-games, and we also raised our Silver Chao up to level 99 for 4 out of 5 of its stats. So today, we're going to finish the Chao Garden stuff. Now that our Chao has been raised up to the proper levels, it's now time for the Chao Races. This is going to be fun. Honestly, I'm not too sure how long it's going to take. I remember in Sonic Adventure 2, it took quite a while to complete all the races just because there were so many of them. Plus, there was the added Chao Karate in Sonic Adventure 2, but thankfully, it's all a matter of just racing. So, like I said in the last session, in order to access the Chao Races, you do have to be at the Station Square Garden and enter through this second series of doors. Afterwards, you'll reach the platform here and hit the switch. And now, we can enter the beginner race as well as the jewel race, I think. Then again, I think when you first start, you have to... No, I think when you first start, you only get access to the beginner races. And once you beat the beginner races, then you'll get access to the jewel races. I think since my Chao Garden save data is shared between save files, I have access to both types of races at once. So of course I will be going through both the beginner and the jewel races as mentioned. So with that in mind, let's begin. Let's grab our good old friend Silver here, who has a stamina level of level 9, who I previously thought that Goldie's stamina level was level 10. It's actually level 15. Other than that, though, I think Silver looks to be the better Chao versus Goldie here, which is kind of baffling. Alright. Stats don't mean everything, though. What matters are results, so let's begin. Also, again, apologies for the UI being so small and puny. Again, due to the fact that I'm playing the game outside of its native resolution, which I believe for the Chao Garden, you want to play at 640 by 480, but since I'm playing at 1080p, that's the reason why everything is so small and puny. So, for the beginner courses, we have the Pearl course, Amethyst course, Sapphire course, Ruby course, and Emerald course. Of course, we will be racing through all 5 of these circuits within the beginner races, and then after we beat all the beginner races, that normally would unlock the jewel races, thus allowing you to get the 5 emblems that are needed for the Chao races. So, let's get started. Press the jump button space to cheer your Chao on. Seems simple enough. I also find it kind of cute how every single Chao here are all Silver Chao. And okay, I guess there are both gold and... I mean, no. What I was trying to say was there are indeed both Hero and Dark Chao here, which is pretty interesting. So basically, this all comes down to just spectating your Chao, and whenever you see sparkles rising from them... Of course. Wow. Damn. Silver just got his ass kicked. Honestly, it was because he took a frickin' nap. Well, damn, that sucked. Why don't we try that again now, shall we? How about we try raising that stamina level up to level 10 at least, if we can. This way, when we try again, maybe this time he'll actually be able to stay up for longer than 2 seconds. It definitely seems as though feeding the Chao really does raise a Chao's energy. Then again, maybe I'm crazy. I guess there are still some animals of which I haven't used yet. And since I didn't use them in the last session, they stuck around, which is interesting. Also, come on, game, stop picking up the Chao. I wanted to pick up the food. Whatever, I'll just wait for him to throw it away, of course. And again, it just seems to me that the Chao just refuses to eat. Oh, hello, Game is Damasker? Well, to answer your question, I did something what is known as the animal duplication glitch, and I spent basically the majority of the last session doing the animal duplication glitch with Silver here, and rose all of his levels up to level 99, except for stamina, of course. Stamina, you can't do the animal duplication glitch with, because the only way to raise stamina, of course, is to feed your Chao food. Feed them Chao fruit, or round fruit, square fruit, etc. Or even mushrooms, those work too. Regardless, I'm just saying, raising a Chao's stamina does take a lot longer than any of the other stats. So I tried to just go ahead and start the races with Silver's current stats when his stamina level was already at level 9. Ah, okay. That makes things easier. Thanks. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I tried to race with the Silver stats, or his stamina stat, up to level 9, rather than its current level, level 10. And it didn't work out because he kept falling asleep, the poor thing. I mean, I don't blame him. I basically forced him up over and over again, just because of the fact that I was doing the animal duplication glitch with him almost non-stop. Oh dear. Here we go again. So again, I guess stamina really does matter. God damn it.
Hurry up.
Wait, did he seriously just win? Dude, that was amazing. Come back from behind for the win. Holy crap, I did not expect that to work. I guess the other Chaos literally fell asleep at the finish line, which is insane. But that was just the Pearl course down. Now for the other ones. To be honest, I feel as though, shoot, what am I trying to say? I feel as though the beginner courses are going to be way harder than even the jewel courses, just because you have less time to complete these courses versus the jewel courses, which are much longer. Come on, buddy.
Hurry up.
So basically, the Chao races involve just spectating your Chao and watch as he races. And whenever you see sparkles, make sure you hit the A button to cheer your Chao on and don't accidentally cheer on anyone else's. Although it is pretty easy to end up having your view automatically switch. You can switch from any Chao at any time and view their perspective of the race just by pushing the D-pad either left or right. Although how it goes in order or out of order is beyond me. Another thing Sonic Adventure 2 did better is that, again, it focuses on your Chao and your Chao only at all times. So why here is it different? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. You mean the Egg Viper. The Egg Dragoon I don't think appeared until Sonic Unleashed, if that's what you're thinking. Alright, let's go. it is kind of annoying how Silver just keeps chillaxing at the start of each and every race. My god, boy. I get the fact that you're overpowered as crap, but do you really have to play with your opponents like that? I mean, it cost you several races already.
Come on.
And I don't blame you. The Eggman bosses can be confusing between one another, but for the most part, it really isn't all that bad.
Come on.
I mean, it's not the most unmemorable thing out there, trust me. One of the Chao was named Vivian. That's cute. I guess another thing worth mentioning too is that at the very least... shoot, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, now I remember. At least the first race, even though it's the shortest, is probably the hardest. If I'm being completely honest. The first race is the hardest. All the other ones are much longer. Which is pretty insane if you think about it. Now for the Ruby course. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Game prioritization of picking up things. Why does it always prioritize the Chao over anything else? That is one gripe that I had in the last session too, and I expressed it over and over again. Almost sounded like a broken record. But it's true. This game in particular has a problem, where you constantly pick up the Chao versus anything else. You can even face 180 degrees away from it, and it'll still prioritize picking up the Chao. Because reasons. There we go. That'll help. At least a little bit. God damn, Silver. Come on, boy, you need to eat. You need to eat your fruits and veggies in order to become a big and strong, healthy boy. He's like, no, I'm tired of your crap. Again, I don't blame him, but at the same time, he needs to eat. There you go. Again, may not necessarily raise the level up a bit, but even so, it does help with raising it up to the next level if this one would fall flat in space. Ooh, I want Armit Fonson Nick? Well, whatever your name is, thank you so much for the follow, man. Highly appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your stay here. And enjoy more failures at the Chao Races. As we always lose the run to RNG, dude. What? Nah, it's not RNG, it's just Silver being, well, lazy. Plain and simple. He just doesn't have a whole lot of energy for some reason. Again, maybe it's due to the fact that I was constantly giving him animals doing the animal duplication glitch. Maybe doing that glitch has repercussions? Nah, that can't be it. I think it's just due to the fact that I kept him awake for so damn long. And eventually he was like, you know what, I want to take a nap, and I kept waking him up again and again, so he has no energy whatsoever. It's like a sleepless sleep-deprived person who hasn't slept for at least 72 hours plus. Like someone who's trying to do a world record 100% speedrun of like one of the longest games in existence. Just saying. There are some games whose world records for 100%ing those games last for well over 100 hours. And I'm not talking about the 1545 relay. No. I'm talking something more extreme than that. Because with the 1545 relay, that at least you can play with a team or go solo if you're that crazy. But again, the most I've seen of that completed is like around 40 some hours. And that's like split in between multiple people. And that's just for the relay. No one in their right mind has done the 1545 relay on their own. Seriously, they haven't. Because it's just that much of an undertaking. And it requires so much dedication. It's not even funny. I think Chao fruit is the fruit I was thinking of before, where mushrooms were supposed to raise all the Chao stats along with stamina. But I can't really say for sure yet. Yeah, as I thought. I also find it kind of funny how he's considered a power Chao type, yet his power level is one of the lower stats that he has. If anything, his swim is a much better stat, so why isn't he a swim type? Stats in this game make no sense. Okay. Well, that was kind of a waste. Well, oh shoot! I did not mean to do that! I'm sorry! You okay? Poor thing, I accidentally hit the poor thing. Yeah, he's really tired of my shit. Apparently jumping on the poor thing also kind of hurts it. Again, I didn't mean it.
The Chao is a small animal. The Chao changes. Try experimenting using different animals.
Wow, he just does not want to eat. Perhaps he's full. Maybe that's the reason why he's refusing to eat. Maybe I'll just sit here for like the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. Let him sleep. Maybe, just maybe, this will be enough to get him back up on his feet. I guess in the meantime, I'll work on pulling up a guide or something for mission mode. Well, I found a guide I can look at. It is a text guide, so it should tell me everything I need to know when it comes to mission mode. Hell, one thing I could do is start mission mode and try working on it while my Chao is sleeping. But honestly, I feel as though his sleep only gets made up while you're in the Chao garden with him. If you're outside in the adventure field, then he doesn't get enough sleep. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Especially if you're playing on a console that has a built-in clock, like, oh, I don't know, every version of Sonic Adventure ever, including the Dreamcast. Aww. It is kind of cute to watch Silver sleep, though. It's kind of adorable. Have you ever watched an animal sleep before, like a dog or a cat? Especially if they're dreaming. It really is a sight to behold. kind of adorable. Especially if they're acting out their dreams or something.
Yo, have you guys been good? Better get going.
Honestly, I was not expecting this to go as badly as it currently is. That's for sure. To be honest, I was kind of expecting this to go a lot more smoothly than it currently is. I was thinking that maybe these races would take no longer than 10 or 15 minutes, at most. But this is turning into 45 and a half minutes now. And we've only completed like the first 3 races in the beginner course. Aw, you got plenty of rest, buddy? Well, eat up some fruit, buddy. We need to raise that stamina level a little more. Oh, you poor thing. Here, eat this. Okay, so him sleeping didn't take as long as I initially thought. I thought it was going to take more than an hour. But thankfully, that wasn't the case. It was more like 5 minutes. Which is interesting. Come on, let's get that stamina up to level 15. No, I don't want the eggshell. Well, this is definitely going to be fun to edit, just like the last few sessions have been. Speaking of editing, I have gone through and edited all of the play sessions of the Great Emblem grind up to this point. Plus, I managed to upload those individual videos that I said I was going to upload up to this point as well. Of course, I made those videos private for the time being, just so I can finish up the remainder of this playthrough. Also, the texture on that Chao fruit is kind of glitched. Perhaps it was the viewing angle. Yeah, it was definitely the viewing angle. So like I was saying, I got the individual videos basically ready to go. I'm just going to be releasing them individually on different days after this whole playthrough is finished. That way I have some time to think of what I'm going to be playing through next. Plus I can focus on Banjo-Kazooie for a bit. Alright. Now let's try these races again. Maybe this time Silver won't take a nap. Come on, Silver, you can do it! I believe in you, my boy! That's it, that's how it's done! There you go! Well done! Finally! Good boy, Silver. Yes, he is a very good boy. All he needed was a proper nap. Who knew? Of course I should have known, but alas. I never had this problem with Goldie when I first did the Chao Races with him. So why Silver is different is beyond me. Well, technically speaking, he is a different Chao. And therefore, he has different characteristics to Goldie, but even so, just saying. Now, this course is definitely going to be the longest one. As you can see, the best time is a 2:32:23.
Come on.
One thing I will go ahead and mention now is that the course, despite taking place or at least the beginner races and all that other jazz. Basically, all the races take place on the same exact course, albeit some parts are different, obviously. Again, same sort of thing is also a thing in Sonic Adventure 2 as well, albeit not to the same extent, because at least it makes it so it looks different every time, most of the time. Alright, at least Silver's finally going places. By the way, if you do cheer on other Chao, the character whom you select is the person who's going to be cheering on your own Chao, while the other characters are going to be cheering the other Chao on. Like, for example, Vivian is assigned to Big the Cat for whatever reason. How that is beyond me, but it is kind of cute. Who knew that Big the Cat could be a parent? I think that was Tails, which was interesting. Damn, Silver, way to blow that record out of the water! By almost 30 seconds. That was sweet. Kind of reminds me a bit of myself when I run Banjo-Kazooie. Although, it's not that extreme, not like it was back in the beginning. Now then, I believe that's all of the beginner races, right? That is a yes. All the beginner races have been cleared, so now it's on to the jewel races, which are the ones that actually matter. AKA, the ones of which actually award you with emblems for each of them that you complete. Again, it's the same courses, albeit the jewel races are going to be slightly harder. Come on, Silver! Let's go! Oh, poor thing. Oh! Just sniped the finish! Pretty sweet how Silver won the jewel. If your Chao manages to win one of the jewel races, they'll win their corresponding jewel and an emblem with it. So that is pretty awesome. And if your Chao wins another gem, then that gem overwrites the previous gem. So that is something worth mentioning. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Also, those gems, which the Chao earns, they wear them proudly on their chest. It's like wearing a medal, an Olympic medal. And I find that quite adorable. So that's something.
Hurry!
Also, that was Knuckles there. Also, despite the fact that Silver was in second place for a bit, some of these courses have different paths that act as either shortcuts or not so much. Just saying.
Hurry up!
Also, Gamma apparently is in these races too. Well, not really in them, but more like cheering out on a Chao. I find that kind of adorable too. Who knew that he actually had a heart? Technically speaking, he does have one because, well, he's a flicky. Duh. Just saying. Also, apologies if my internet just suddenly took a dump. Sometimes these things happen. So anyway, I was going to say something else, and I can't quite remember what it was now, dang it. Oh! Damn! Talk about a nasty fall. But I'm glad he got back up.
Come on!
Dang it, now I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh well, it is what it is. Honestly, I think I just got distracted by the fact that my internet took a dump. Again, sometimes these things happen at random. Not sure why that is.
Come on! Come on!
I think that was Amy there. It is kind of cute how she's cheering on a Dark Chao. I wonder if that fits with her personality. No. She's not like that, trust me. Alright. 128 emblems now. Only 2 left in the entire game. Afterwards, it'll be time for mission mode, folks. Now it's time for the Ruby course again. Let's go, Silver! Yeah, this is definitely going a lot more smoothly. About what I expect! Just interesting how he was having so much trouble just because of the lack of sleep. All done. All done with that one. Another jewel added. That is awesome. Up to 129 emblems now. 129. Only one more. And then the great emblem grind is finally coming to an end. Of course, there's still mission mode. But even so, I'm just saying. Emerald course, here we come. Also, there's a pretty infamous rumor about the Chao Races, how a certain Chao can make an appearance in some of these races. And the rumor is that it's programmed so it's like the best Chao in existence since God Almighty himself. And if anyone has played Sonic Adventure, or Sonic Adventure 2 for that matter, come on, Silver, get moving! You know exactly who I'm talking about. And if you're not sure who he looks like, he's a brown Chao. He's kind of like the Chad of the Chao Kingdom. Even so. Strangely, he did not make a single appearance here, and only Silver Chao appear in this race. Which was not the case when Goldie went and took care of the emblems for the Chao Races himself when I first did it for my practice playthrough of this. Which is interesting, to say the least. I also find that it's pretty damn cute to see some of the Chao do the Naruto run. Especially when they're running up and down the hill here. It's kind of adorable.
Come on.
Yeah, Silver basically has this in the bag. Well done, Silver. Well done, my boy. You truly are one of the best Chaos I've ever raised. But damn it, were you stubborn. There we go. That's all 130 emblems in Sonic Adventure. With that, we earned Sonic the Hedgehog Triple, which is technically Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble from Game Gear. That has been added to the list. Now you can play as Metal Sonic in Trial Mode, which is pretty nice. It's literally a skin swap of another character. There is actually one more Game Gear game that you can unlock in this game. And this applies mainly to the GameCube version, but if you're playing the Steam release with better SADX, then the last game you can unlock is through completion of mission mode. So with that in mind, let's finally get this party started.
Let's get him.
Welcome to mission mode.